Hey guys, and welcome to episode 14 of the All Japan Pro Wrestling Series on TEW 2020. I'm Paul Delos, and we have a show, but first we got a backstage incident. We have night 10 of the Real World Tag League, meaning we got 9 shows left after this one. So basically, we'll go through 3 shows today, and basically we will do that. Let's see what the backstage incident. Atsuki Yoga and Toshiaki Kawada. Toshiaki Kawada has taken Atsuki Yoga under his wing. Professional and is currently happy. Driven and is currently pleased. Okay, good. So that's a good mentorship. So basically, let's look forward to that. Let's go. Here's the blank slate in the card, and we'll get to going. All right, so we have Yoshiken versus Jin to main event this card. Basically, it's going to be in the A block, I believe. No, B block. It's in the B block. No, A block. A block. Yoshiken's in A block, and they have 4 points leading the block right now, while everyone else has 2 points. So basically, they are ahead of the block, and everyone's kind of looking up at them. But this block is really tight, packed together with everyone getting at least one win so far. So we have a couple matches that we want to kind of set forward, and so basically, let's run the show and see what happens. All right, so we start off with a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd in Subpar Wrestling. Takara Mori and Black Mensaray defeated Gianni Villetta and Izanagi when Takara Mori pinned Gianni Villetta with a Mori driver, which is the belly to back, which is the Hangman Page finished rite of passage. Villetta was off his game, which scored a 32. Black Mensaray with a 48. Takara Mori with a 31. Izanagi with a 42 to lead the match other than Black Mensaray. So the juniors really carried the match a little bit. So basically we will look forward to the next match, which is the Young Lion match. The Young Lion match, Atsuki Yogi, Dan Tamura, and Francisco Akira defeated Leone Fujinami, Keiji Saito, and Joe Masanabu when Francisco Akira pinned Joe Masanabu. Leone Fujinami was head and shoulders above everyone else. He scored a 53. Francisco Akira with a 33. Dan Tamura with a 28, Atsuki Aogi with a 28, Joe Masanabu with a 27, which is not bad, but the problem is that he can only work in like 6-minute matches, which is unfortunate. And Keiji Saito with a 38. So basically, good Young Lion match. Can't complain about it too much. 53 for the opening match, which is a good heat, decent wrestling. The Bomber defeated Davey Boy Smith Jr., Joe Redmond, and Danny Jones when Doring pinned Danny Jones with the Revolution Bomb. Danny Jones scored a 39. Joe Redmond's getting a little better with a 33. David Boy Smith with a 58. Doc Gallows with a 59. Carl Anderson led the way with a 62. And Joe Doring with a 55. Or 53 overall. 50 overall for Jin defeating Yuma Aogi, Jin Akiyama, and Hakoto Omori when Ayato Yoshida submitted Hakoto Omori with the chicken wing face lock. Yoshida with a 33. Fuminara Abe with a 34. Jake Lee led the way with a 61. Hakoto Omori with a 38, Jun Akiyama with 37, Yuma Aogi with a 55. So led to a 50 overall rating. 51 overall rating for Kai Tajiri and Susumu Yokosuka defeating Evolution when Tajiri pinned Yusuke Okada with the buzzsaw kick, trying to heat up Tajiri a little bit before their match tomorrow against Evolution, before the Violent Giants. Susumu Yokosuka had a 49, Tajiri at a 30, so he was the weak link. He was off his game. So was Yokosuka. Yusuke Okada with a 36, Kai with a 55, Shuji Ishikawa with a 44, and Suwama with a 55, led to a 51. 56 overall for Yuji Hino, Kuma Arashi, and Yusuke Kadama, defeating Ryuji Sai and Yankee 2 Kenju when Yuji Sadama submitted. It's not submission. This update is you gotta change a few things. When Yuji Hino submitted Ryuji Sai with a Sakachi no German suplex hold. Yusuke Kadama with a 51, Kumarashi with a 48, Yuji Hino with a 48 for Kumarashi, Yuji Hino with a 58, Osami Kadaka with a 62, Yuko Miyamoto with a 64, and Ryuji Sai with a 45 for 56 overall. 48 for this match, which is not surprising because Fred Yehai was injured, so we made him work with limited involvement. Fred Yehai had a 22, Jacob Fatu with a 55, Miroslav with a 74, Utamawa with a 45, Shigehiro Arai with a 60, and Zeus with a 55 despite being off his game. 48 overall, which is a bad match and given who's involved in this. But Fred Yehai was hurt, so basically we gotta look at it like from that perspective. At a 48 with an injured guy and limited involvement, no concerns there. 67 for the draw between Yoshiken and Noamura and Yoji Koji Uemura with a double countout. Wow, 29.52 for a double countout finish. Man, people would be upset about that. 46 for Yoshitatsu, Kenta Miyahara with a 68, Koji Uemura with 51, Naoya Nomura with a 64 for a 67 overall rating. That's a pretty good match. I forgot to put in the title in the draw, but 29-52. It's okay for a double count out finish. 54 overall, no popularity changes over. So yeah, that's basically the first show that we're doing on this episode. So we'll get to the next one pretty shortly. All right, so we have another tour show. Basically, we are running another 9 matches. 8 matches on this card. We're gonna have a couple exhibitions. We're gonna have the Good Brothers do a exhibition versus the Young Lions. That's gonna be interesting to see how they do against those two. And then we main event with Kento Miyahara, Yoshitatsu, and Francisco Akira versus Yuji Hino, Kumarashi, and Yusuke Kodama. Let's run the show. 47 overall match with a pre-show bout that had decent reaction but subpar wrestling. Leona Fujinami and Keiichi Saito defeated Hokuto Omori and Joe Masanobu, and Leona Fujinami pinned Joe Masanobu with a double underhook suplex. Leona Fujinami carried the match in terms of ring performance. Joe Masanobu was a weak link at a 27, Keiichi Saito 37, Leona Fujinami 52, and Hokuto Omori at 37. 47, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Good in a decent pre-show match. The Good Brothers defeated the two Young Lions when Doc Gallows pinned Dan Tamura with the Magic Killer. 61 for Doc Gallows, 63 for Carl Anderson, 29 for Dan Tamura, 28 for Atsuki Aoge. The match was too short in the eyes of the audience. If that's the only concern about that match, 46 overall, I'll take it. 52 overall for the first match of the show when Yuma Aoge and Jun Akiyama defeated Hikaru Sato and Yusuke Okada when Jun Akiyama pinned Hikaru Sato with the wrist clutch Death Valley driver. 52 overall, 37 for Jun Akiyama, 55 for Yuma Aoge, 35 for Yusuke Okada, and 45 for Hikaru Sato. Good strong start for the show. 48 overall for Jin defeating Ryuji Sai. Okay, that's not good. Nomura suffered a broken arm. He's not going to be able to work through that. That's terrible. That's going to throw a wrench into my booking for the tournament, but we'll figure it out from there. Ryuji Sai, Susumu Yokosuka, and Yankee 2 Kenji when Fuminara Abe pinned Ryuji Sai with a Shining Wizard. 35 for Fuminara Abe, 51 for Koji Iwamoto, 62 for Naruto Nomura, 62 for Jake Lee, 54 for Susumu Yokosuka, 61 for Yuko Miyamoto, Sami Kodako at 61, Ryuji Sai at 42. But the big news there is Naruto Nomura suffering a broken arm. But we'll worry about that in the next show. David Boy Smith Jr. and Joel Redmond and Danny Jones defeated Purple Haze when Joel Redmond submitted Izanagi with a knee bar. 58 overall, so that's a good match considering the people in it. 38 for Danny Jones, 33 for Joel Redmond, David Boy Smith with a 57, Izanagi with a 40, Utamawa with a 47, and Zeus with a 61. 59 overall for a quick sprint between Jacob Fatu and Shigehiro Arai when Jacob Fatu pinned Shigehiro Arai with the Samoan drop. 57 for both men. They have great chemistry, so it led to a 59, but it could have gone longer. So yeah, wow, that's a pretty good match. 51 overall for Kai and Tajiri defeating the Violent Giants in 23-33 when Kai pinned Suwama with a flying splash. Tajiri was the weak link at a 35, Kai with a 55, Shuji Ishikawa with a 44, and Suwama with a 59. 51 overall. And the main event with a 52 overall, Yuji Hino, Kumarashi, and Yusuke Kodama defeated Francisco Akira and Yoshi Ken when Kumarashi pinned Francisco Akira. Francisco Akira had a 34, Yoshitatsu with a 47, Kento Miyahara was a 69, Yusuke Kodama with a 50, Kumarashi with a 48, and Yuji Hino with a 61 for 52 overall for a main event. That's not bad, but we'll because Francisco Akira almost botched the move. Oh, that's not good. 46 overall, no popularity changes. Thank goodness that show was a train wreck. That's actually bad for us because Nomura is going to be out for, let's see how long. Hopefully he can be back in time for Champions Carnival, which is in April. But yeah, that's disappointing. Let's go run through this real quick and see how long he's out for because I want to see 01 Hiroki Maruse on a handshake deal. Nomura suffered a broken arm. Let's see how long he's out for. 27 days. So he's unavailable for booking for 27 days. So he's out for 4 weeks, roughly. So we're going to manage the tournament. Naoya Nomura changes things. Replace Naoya Nomura with Naoto Yoshida. So yeah, thank goodness we got that big match out of the way. Thankfully, that really worries me a little bit of booking, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. But as you can see with the standings right here, we have the Violent Giants at 2 points, Yoshi Ken leading away at 5, Good Brothers with 2 points, Kai Tajiri with 4 points, Akiyama and Yuma Aogi with 2 points, and Ayato Yoshida and Koji Yamamoto with 3 points. In Block B, we have Jacob Fatu perfect at 6 points, Yankee 2 Kenju perfect at 6 points, David Smith and Joel Redmond at 2 points, Dusinu Tamar with 2 points, Kumarashi and Yuji Hino with 2 points, and Jake Lee and Fumanara Abe with 0. But yeah, that's disappointing that Naoya Nomura is hurt, but we'll work through it and we'll get over it. But yeah, we'll run the next show and we'll be back. So basically, we have a stack card for this show. We got the Good Brothers leading the way against Kai and Tajiri for the main event. Yoshi Ken versus Purple Haze. We should move this match down. Okay, Miroslav versus Jacob Fatu. Miroslav, Jacob Fatu, and Susumu Yokosuka versus Yuji Hino, Kumarashi, and Yusuke Kodama, and a couple other matches that I think would be pretty good. So basically, let's run it and let's see where we go. Oh, real quick, let me make another change here. Okay, all right, let's see how this goes. 45 overall rating for Leone Fujinami and Joe Masanobu in 6 minutes when Fujinami pinned Joe Masanobu with a double underhook suplex. 52 for Fujinami, 24 for Masanobu for a 45 overall rating. 44 overall rating for when Utamaro defeated Atsuke Aogi by pinfall. 46 for Utamaro and 28 for Atsuke Aogi. 36 for Joe Doring over Dan Tamura. 825 with a Revolution Bomb. 55 for Joe Doring. 27 for Dan Tamura. Match is shortened as the audience, but it's a domination match. I didn't want that one running too long. And 38 for Francisco Akira defeating Hokuto Omori by submission. 29 for Francisco Akira, who got outperformed by Hokuto Omori with a 38. Wow, that's surprising. 56 for the show opener when Evolution defeated Purple Haze when Yusuke Okada pinned Lucas Steele. 30 for Lucas Steele. 31 for Gianna Valletta, 61 for Shigehiro Irai, 38 for Yusuke Okada, 44 for Shuji Ishikawa, and 57 for Suwama for 56 overall. 46 overall when Jin defeated Yuma Aogi, Black Mensaray, and Wild Burning. When Ayoto Yoshida submitted Black Mensaray with the Chicken Wing Facelock. 32 for Ayoto Yoshida, 33 for Fuminara Abe, Koji Yamamoto with a 59. With a 49, Jake Lee with a 59, Black Mensaray with a 48, Takao Mori with a 31, Jun Akiyama with 38, and Atsuke Yogi with a 52. So, 56 overall for David Boy Smith Jr., Joel Redmond, Danny Jones over Ryuji Sai and Yankee 2 Kenju when Joel Redmond submitted Ryuji Sai with a knee bar. 36 for Danny Jones, 30 for Joel Redmond, 58 for David Boy Smith Jr., 62 for Osami Kodaka, 63 for Yuko Miyamoto, and 47 for Ryuji Sai. Match was short, but it was a Steal the Show episode, so basically we went with that. And a good match, Miroslav, Jacob Fatu, and Susumu Yokosuka defeated Yuji Hino, Kumarashi, and Yusuke Kodama when Miroslav pinned Yusuke Kodama with the Bullplex. 57 for that. 52 for Susumu Yokosuka, 56 for Jacob Fatu, 69 for Miroslav, 51 for Yusuke Kodama, Kumarashi with a 48, and Yuji Hino with a 59. 58 in a good match for Yoshi Ken over Zeus and Izanagi when Yoshitatsu pinned Izanagi with a roundhouse kick. 46 for Yoshitatsu, 70 for Kento Miyahara, Izanagi with a 38, and Zeus with a 62. And 61 for the main event when the Good Brothers defeated Kai and Tajiri when the Carl Anderson pinned Kai after the Magic Killer. Tajiri was the weak link, he scored a 33. Carl Anderson with a 61, Doc Gallows with a 60, Tajiri again with a 33, Kai with a 54. 50 overall rating, no major changes in popularity again. So 61 overall was the main event, which is not bad. So yeah, we're going to look at the tournament standings and then we'll end this episode. And just thinking about the Naoya Nomura injury, it basically forces us to put together a team that has awful chemistry, but there's no one else I can put in that spot unless I don't take into account Unless I don't take into account stables, which I might not. I might do, because who is not in the tournament right now that could team with him? Kind of like Yoshida in there because he gets a rub of being in a tournament. Yeah, let's keep him in there. We'll eat the bullet for 2 episodes, for 2 matches, because there's only 2 more matches. Well, 3 matches. He could make the finals. All right, so let's take a look at the standings after the final round of 3 matches. Basically, we are now heading into the home stretch. We have the Good Brothers Kai Tajiri in second place behind Yoshi Ken with 5. Yoshi Ken with 5. The Good Brothers at 4. Kai and Tajiri with 4. Yoshida and Iwamoto with 3. Akiyama and Naogi with 2, and the Violent Giants with 2 in Block A. In Block B, we have Miroslav and Jacob Fatu with 6, Yankee 2 Kenji with 6, Baby Boy Smith Jr. with 2, and Joe Redmond with 2 points, Zeus and Utamaro with 2 points, Kumarashi and Yuji Hino with 2 points, and Jake Lee and Fuminara Abe with no points. We're heading into the home stretch, guys. We have night 13, which basically is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shows. We'll do 4 in the next episode. We'll do 3 in the next episode. We'll do 4 in the next episode, and then we'll do the final 3 nights consecutively on 1 episode. So we have 2 more episodes left in the Royal World Tag League. And yeah, so let's go end this episode right now. So like I said, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment below on what you think of the tournament so far. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.